It's the world's hardest money. It's the hardest money the world's ever seen, to use that kind of terminology. It's the digital equivalent of gold, except it's even more scarce. And the key with Bitcoin is the network. The Bitcoin network is not owned or controlled by any corporation, government, individual, or even group of individuals. It's not owned at all. Instead, it's governed entirely by open source computer code. And we know exactly what that code says. That's the beauty of this. So we know exactly how many Bitcoins are in circulation at any given time, which right now that number is about 19.8 million, a little more than 19.8 million Bitcoins in circulation. So this level of transparency puts everybody on an even playing field. There are no insiders in the world of Bitcoin. We also know that there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins ever created. And we know that the very last Bitcoin will be mined in the year 2140. Okay. So think about this. There are roughly 346 million people living in the United States today. If every one of those people decided that they wanted to buy Bitcoin, there would be enough Bitcoins in circulation for each person to have, I believe it's 0.057 Bitcoins. That's it. But that's just the US, and Bitcoin is a global asset. If the numbers that I looked at, if they're correct, there's about 8.1 billion people in the world. So if everybody alive wanted to allocate to Bitcoin, there are enough Bitcoins in circulation for everybody to own 0.0024 Bitcoins. And that's just talking about it from a personal finance perspective, an individual perspective. The real reality is that some big corporations, they already hold billions of dollars of worth of Bitcoin as a treasury asset. And I believe we're going to see financial institutions, insurance companies, and pension funds start to buy Bitcoin as a reserve asset in the years ahead also. So we look at it and we have to ask, how many Bitcoins will be available for regular people when we get to that point where all the institutions are buying? I don't know, but it will be a tiny number, and that's why I think it's wise for everybody to move a little bit of money into Bitcoin every week. We should be building up our balance over time, regardless of what the price does. And I think it's a good idea to do the same with gold too. The United Precious Metals Association, the UPMA, allows us to buy gold dollars valued at 1/50th of an ounce of gold, which is like $70 or so today. So that means we can buy gold in smaller quantities to build up our balance over time. So really that makes it easy to accumulate reserve assets.